I listened. It is my oats tutorial. Welcome to my video, welcome to my home. Let's get started with what you will need for my iconic recipe. Okay, equipment. You want scales if you have them. If you don't, that's okay. Protein yogurt, Macro Mike preferred protein powder. Reason why we prefer this one is because it's delicious, and also vegan protein is fluffier. Oats, rolled oats specifically. Don't use quick oats, they go all like gloggy and disgusting. I've got a banana here, I've got 2 bowls, and then these are our toppings. These are my preferred brands. This cinnamon is really good. I just siphoned it into this one. Anyway, let's get started. So I like to do 40 grams of oats and 40 grams of protein powder. I think the 1-to-1 ratio is optimal. So I'm going to weigh out 40 grams of my oats in 1 bowl. If you don't have scales, a good trick is, let's get that to 40. A good trick is the protein scooper. The protein powders. That is probably about 30 grams of oats, so you could do one of those and then like another quarter to get that to 40. And scooper is 40 grams of protein powder. So you could also use that to measure out your protein, but I don't think it is. So we've got 40 grams of oats in that bowl, 40 grams of protein powder in this bowl. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put water in my bowl of oats. You want like enough to cover it, and then just like a little bit more. We can add more later if we need. And then I'm also going to add water to my protein powder bowl. Okay. And then what we need to do is turn this protein powder into a bit of a paste. So just give that a really good mix. You want it to be almost like fluffy, beaten. Don't want any chunks. So this is a bit of a better view of what we're working with. So that's how much water we want in that oats. It's been sitting there for like a minute soaking, and I've gone ahead and mixed up my protein powder into a light fluffy paste. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the microwave for 1 minute. When it's done after a minute, take it out, give it a good stir. If it's looking a little dry, we're going to add a little bit more water and then put it back in for a minute. You want to do 2 separate minutes so that it doesn't get too hot and explode in the microwave. So let's pop that in. Yeah, it's in the microwave. I'm going to chop up the banana. So what I've done is I've sliced it like down the middle and then down again to make like quarters pretty much. And just like the smaller you cut the banana, the better even coverage you get over the oats. And then what I'm doing is I'm just like slicing it all up into as many pieces as I can. Banana is dissected. Oats have just come out from the first minute. I've given them a really good mix. And I've just added a little bit more water because they were looking a little bit dry. But now this is looking really good. So this is what we should kind of be dealing with when we're putting it back in for the 2nd minute. So put that back in and then move to assembly. Oats have just come out of the microwave and they should be looking super fluffy like this. I'm going to give that one last mix, and then we are going to tip oats into the bowl that has our protein powder paste. Again, we want to stir it really, really well. Make sure it's all super even. Makes a difference, trust me. Okay, that is all mixed together now, and it should look like this. Now we're going to put the yogurt on. So I do 100 grams of YoPro on top. I like the caramel one because I have a massive sweet tooth. But if you already think that chocolate and banana and honey and cinnamon is too sickly, you could definitely just use vanilla or the plain one. So 500 grams on there. And what I'm trying to do here is just do like an even coverage on top of it, rather than having it just like all in the middle, just so it's like even while you're eating it. And you don't have to do the yogurt if you don't want to, but I think it makes it really nice and creamy, a bit like a pie or something, and it also adds extra protein. Okay, so we've got the yogurt is spread all evenly over the top. It should look like this. Now we're going to go ahead and put the banana on top of this bowl and just spread it out as evenly as we can. So the banana is all placed now. I forgot to mention earlier, but if you don't have scales, 100 grams of yogurt is about like 2 massive tablespoons worth on top of that. And now final touches, I'm going to cover it in cinnamon, do the cinnamon challenge. Just do as much as you like, you don't have to go sick like how I am. Cinnamon's delicious and you should use a lot. Cinnamon on, honey. A little bit goes a long way, you don't need much. So I do like 7 grams. Yeah, just do whatever you like. That's all done. And then the final touch, which a lot of people are skeptical about, but trust me, you need it, is just put some flaky salt on top. That sweetness needs to be a little bit offset with some flaky salt. And there you have it. Bella's famous oats. You're all set up and ready to succeed without me supervising. I believe in you guys. Bye.